Hey everyone, and welcome to this video where I want to share with you the winning signs of a business that is going to be successful. A lot of us know businesses that are not successful, and there are the statistics of 90% of businesses are going to fail within the first 5 years. But I want to show you on my end what I've seen with my experience working with business making multiple 6 and 7 figures. What I see is a sign that this business is going to win. And then you can treat this as a sign for yourself to just go in and make these changes so then your business reflects these winning signs, so then eventually you win. So let's get started with the first part. I'm going to split this into different departments, and I'm going to start with finance. First thing you need to do always if you want your business to be successful, and something I've seen successful businesses do and adapt with the market changes, is ask yourself, how are we leaving money on the table? And it's not a question you ask and then you just go and, think about it. You need to take a pen and a paper and start writing ideas down. How are we not closing deals? How are we losing deals? Potentially it could be the qualification process you have, or the deal structures that you have, or the products that you have. You need to ask yourself this question so then you can reverse engineer the process and see how you can get more money and how you can get more deals coming through within your business. The next thing is you focus on collecting cash up front. It's not a matter of creating the best deals for your clients where they can pay through 12 months or 16 months or I don't know what. You need to collect cash up front. Now you may have financing options for your online business, but that would be only in a way that the risk is all for that financing institute, and then you yourself, you get paid upfront. So you may want to make it easy for your client to work with you, but again, if you want to win and you want to have a successful business, you need to collect cash upfront as much as possible. And then the next one is collecting cash over time. So what that means is having a high lifetime value per client. And that means your client is spending more money with you, and it's not just like a one-time transaction and then they go and buy it from someone else, but instead they buy from you. Now, that does not mean that you need to have multiple services in your business or 3, 4, 5, 6 services, but in fact it means that you should be able to solve your clients' problems on a deeper level. For example, you work with clients who are home service businesses and you're helping them with leads. The next thing is you can help them with sales, or you can help them with their operations, or you can help them with your website with their logo. It is all about serving that specific client to the deepest extent. If you're able to do that with your products in a way that is also profitable for you, then you are winning and you're going to have a successful business. The next one is managing costs. And this is the most important part in finances, and something I see a lot of people struggle with because they don't track their finances. And by the way, you can find the financial tracker system and automations in the link in the description. People don't track their finances. They don't know how much they're spending. As long as the screenshots on Stripe look good, as long as the numbers look good, they don't see what is the net profit actually. And that is the most important factor. That is the most important key performance indicator that you should be looking at, your net profit. And if you don't manage your costs effectively, then you're going to run a business that is not profitable. And that means a business that has a due date and expiration date. Okay, now let's get into the next part, which is leadership. The first thing is, as a business owner, you need to be all in. The most successful businesses out there have a business owner that is fully committed and dedicated to this mission. It's not a business owner who has 5 gigs and 5 clients left and right and kind of running also this business, because that is never going to grow. And your team is going to sense that and is going to do exactly what you're doing. They're going to have also their gigs on the side. So who is actually taking care of your business then? Nobody. As a business owner, you need to be there, or at least you need to have someone who is all in, running this on the day-to-day, inspiring the team and making sure that everyone is held accountable and every goal that we have, we're hitting it, or we are on track to hit our goals in the future. The third point here is creating relationships with the team. And this is something I had to learn the hard way, because I didn't initially realize how important it is to work with your team, not just as teammates and team members, but you need to build relationships with your team so then you understand how are they thinking, how are they performing, if they're not performing, what is going on, and then you work with them on the long term. Now, of course, this is for team members that are A players and they are not a net cost to your business, but in fact, they're adding a lot of value and you want to create that relationship so then you can keep them for as long as possible, because team members that are actually good and they know their worth, sooner or later, they're going to start thinking about leaving, working with someone else, and they know that it's only if they go onto another company that they can get higher pay without having to wait years and years to get promoted within your business. So make sure to create those relationships. Make sure to play the long-term game because your team members are the ones who are serving your clients. The next one is giving constructive feedback to your team. It's not about being negative. It's not about complaining to your team or micromanaging them and talking poorly to them. It's all about giving them feedback that allows them to grow as people and allows them to hit their own personal goals. You as a business owner, you are more or less their coach. You are allowing them to grow within the company and get to the different positions and levels within the company. So if you are leading them, you're giving them constructive feedback and you're coaching them, they are going to grow, and the more they grow, the more your company grows because the standards are now growing and the average is also going up. The next one is incentivizing your team to perform. A lot of times it's only the sales teams and the appointment setting teams that are being incentivized. But in reality, client success teams should also be incentivized, especially people who are account managers. They're managing clients who are on a retainer. So in that sense, you want to create a payment structure that incentivizes your team to perform, to retain clients, and do their best as they're working with you within your business. Now, the last part is being a great generalist. You need to grow in all terms, whether it's sales, appointment setting, delivery, media buying, if that's what you're doing. But you need to be a great generalist and you need to keep on growing as a leader. Leaders who are successful are the ones that can see the trends and they're following the trends. They are constantly learning new things, but also they understand the business on every single level, not to the deepest extent, but they understand how everything works within the business. This way they can innovate on different departments without necessarily leading them. Now, the next part is a team. To scale a business and to have a business that is going to win, you need a solid team. You need a team that delivers at all costs, not people who like to chat, jump from one call to another, or do office politics. You want people who are actually here to get the job done, to get the tasks to the finish line. And you don't want to build stupid rules because team members are not performing. If you're starting to build stupid rules like record your screen with a Loom video or do random stuff, you're asking your team to do really stupid stuff, then that means this person is not the right person for you. And instead of trying to implement stupid rules within your company, it's better to reflect, why am I implementing the stupid rules? This is very obvious, or this is an SOP that we have set for many years. Why do we have to create additional stupid rules? Don't try to add new rules. Try to reflect on the rules you currently have, reflect on the team members that you currently have, and then from there, see, is it a person thing? Is it a character thing? Or is it just us as a team we need to do better? So, deliver at all costs. No stupid rules. Don't just talk about it, do it. Your team needs to get things to the finish line, and then you need to have KPIs per role. Especially for managers, it is crucial because as a manager, if you don't have KPIs, truth is, we don't know if you're performing or if you're just hanging around and you're just motivating people. As a manager, especially, you need to have key performance indicators that allow us to see if you're actually performing and if you're adding value to the company, because many managers also get a percentage on the revenue that the business has generated. The last part and the most important is clients. In order to scale and have longevity with your business, you need to go with the idea that the product comes first. I understand a lot of people will tell you it's marketing, it's sales, it's your market, it's your angle, it's your position, it's like all these things. But in reality, it's all about the idea and it's all about the product. If your product sucks, then no matter how hard you try, people are not going to buy for a long time. And you're going to have a bad reputation and your cash cow will not be a cash cow anymore. You have to create now a new offer and you constantly need to start from square one. It's important that you can test your offer and then you can test your product and your service to see, is it working? Is it fitting? What else do we need to change here? But it's important that you constantly try to improve your product. Never compromise and never settle for something that is mediocre, because sooner or later there's going to be someone who is going to get the job done better than you, and then you are out of the market and you are not going to win. So business owners who are winning, they focus on the product. They make sure that the product gets better and better over time, and they create some sort of blueprint. That means a pattern that allows them to get their clients' results over time and as they're scaling. So it is important to do this with systems and having an operating system that allows you to take one client, take them through that blueprint, through that pattern, and then from there you get them to point B where they're successful. They have everything that you promised them. It is really important that you have a blueprint. Otherwise, you're going to spend a lot of time trying to figure things out per client, and that's not going to be scalable. The next one is you need to think about longevity and scalability. Yes, you can add more services, you can do more things for your clients, but how scalable is that for you? Is that profitable on the long term? And is it really what you're wanting to do with your business? Of course, you want to retain clients and generate more revenue per client, but you also need to think about scalability. You're adding more services. Is that scalable? Yes or no? And it's only if you're judging this with the pros and the cons that you'll be able to make a better decision if the additional services that you're adding are actually allowing your business to scale farther, or if they're adding more complexity, more components to manage, more managers, everything just gets more complicated. All right. And then the next one is collecting client feedback. I see this happening so often where people are not collecting client feedback and they don't know what clients truly want. They are not in touch with their market, with their buyers. They're in touch with the audience, their marketing, the people that haven't bought from them, but then they forget to get feedback from the clients that they are working with them. Maybe because they don't want to hear what the client has to say. Maybe the client has to say negative things about you, but you always need to ask these 3 questions to your clients. What do you like about the service? What are you paying for? Like, you're paying for a service. What exactly are you paying for? Like, what do you want from us? What are you looking for? And then the last question is, what would make them recommend your service or your product? If you are able to get these answers from your clients, then you'll have a better direction and you're going to build the next products that will serve those clients. You can ask them about the current service they have and also for the future services that they may want from you. For example, you can have a survey on the products that they would like to get from you in the future. And this is something you need to think ahead of and not wait until last minute, until you don't have any more clients, because the more clients you are not upselling, the more revenue you are missing from your business. And then lastly is constantly adapting to market conditions. Again, it's what I just said. You want to get feedback from your clients on the next product you're going to build. If you're able to adapt and deliver that to your clients will of course stay with you. So having a business that is actually winning is not really hard. Of course, there is competition. Of course, there are so many components and variables, but as long as you follow the 4 principles, you're going to succeed. This is what I have seen after working for years with companies that are successful. And this is what they're following and making sure that is done. They have their blueprint. They make sure they are profitable. They're managing their team successfully. They're giving constructive feedback. They're raising the standards every single day and they get 1% better. And this is how they succeed. So the moment you follow these principles right here is the moment where you're going to start seeing winning signs within your company and you're going to scale to multiple 6 and 7 figures. And if you want us to come in and help you with your business, then you can schedule a call with me with a link in the description. You can also check the other products that we have that allow you to automate your business, track your finances, onboard your clients automatically. And I would love to hear also your comments. Did you like this video? Do you have any questions or any feedback for me? And I would love to see that in the comments. If you don't have any feedback, then please subscribe because I'm going to post more content similar to this one that you'll probably like. See you on the next one. Bye.